Yes, good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about bills of exchange, right? Bills of exchange. So what is bills of exchange? It's an instrument. When I say instrument, you can say it as a document containing an unconditional order signed by the maker to pay certain sum of money or to the order of or to the bearer of instrument. In simple terms, when I say bills of exchange, it means when suppose Ramesh sold goods to B and B doesn't have money to pay, so A will write a bill and write in that B will pay me rupees 10,000 on such and such date. That bill will be signed by B and returned to A, right? So it is called bills of exchange, right? It is called bills of exchange, right? Means for A it is bills receivable, for B it is bills payable, right? This bill, there is in the definition I have just told you that it's an unconditional order. Unconditional means no condition will be attached on this bill. Then when such and such thing happen, then I will pay you this amount. Then when such and such thing will happen, I will pay this amount on that date. The conditions will not be allowed. There is an unconditional order. It must be signed by A in our example, and it must be accepted by B. B sign the bill and return it to A, right? And in the bill, A can also direct to pay the amount of bill by B to some other person also, right? So that is bills of exchange. Today we are going to study in detail about bills of exchange and its various cases. First of all, let's come to the basic point: parties to bills of exchange. Parties to bills of exchange. Parties to bills of exchange. There are three parties to bills of exchange: drawer, drawee, and pay. Drawer, drawee, and pay. Drawer, receiver of amount, and pay is also receiver of amount. It can be drawer or some third person. Drawer itself or some third person, right? Drawee, the person who makes payment, right? So these are three parties to bills of exchange: drawer, who draws the bill, who writes the bill; drawee, who accepts the bill and sign it and return it to drawer; and pay, to whom the amount is received. Drawer and pay can be the same person, right? Is it clear? Now let's proceed further with some more basic points. That is days of grace. Days of grace. Days of grace. Days of grace. Now, day of grace or 3 extra days added to the date of bill. Suppose B has to pay to A rupees 10,000, draws a bill on 1st January and it is 3 months bill. So 3 months will be 1st February, 1st March, 1st April, then 3 days of grace, 4th April. Then the amount on maturity will be received on 4th April. That is days of grace. Right? There are, suppose if after adding days of grace, the last date will be a public holiday, then bill will be matured, amount will be paid on preceding the date of public holiday. Suppose it is 26th January, it will be 25th January. The amount to be paid by B will be on 25th January. Right? There are other terms also related with bills of exchange that I will clarify as per topic. Endorsement, noting charges, notary public, bill sent for collection. These are various terms, endorser, endorsee. So these are various terms that I will discuss as per the topic. Right? So let's start with an accounting treatment of the topic. First, when bill is retained till maturity, when bill is retained till maturity means A sold goods to B, A has written the bill, B accepts the bill, return it to A. After 3 months, A goes to B and show him the bill, and B will pay the amount. That is bill retained till maturity by the drawer. Right? In the books of drawer, in the books of drawing, what entries will you write? Would be like this. For sale of goods, he will write the entry for sale of goods. He will write the entry for purchase of goods. Purchase to draw. Right? If there is GST, you write here. So output CGST, output SGST. Output CGST or SGST or IGST, whatever. If there is GST in this, you can definitely input CGST or SGST or IGST. Right? Then, when bill is drawn, now when bill is drawn, drawer will pass the entry bills receivable account debit, bills receivable account debit to drawing, and he will write the entry drawer account debit to bills payable. We are to drawing, draw to BP. Right? Now when amount is received, what entry will you pass? When amount is received, the entry will you pass will be on maturity, cash or bank debit to bills receivable, and here you will pass entry bills payable debit to cash वो लिखते हैं कैश और बैंक. So these are the three entries that you will pass when bill is retained till maturity. Right? DR to draw, draw to BP, then cash bank to PR, BP to cash, etc. etc. Right? Let's proceed further towards second case. Sometimes it so happens that drawer wants the money before due date, before the date. Then he can get the amount from his bank. For this, bank charges some amount. Suppose bill is for 10,000. He goes to bank and take the amount before 3 months. He takes the amount after 1 month. The bank will charge 100 rupees or 200 rupees, whatever, from that amount. And now on maturity, the drawee will pay the amount to the bank, not to the drawer. Right? Since drawer has already taken the money before the due date. Right? Second case is when bill is discounted with the bank. Then what entry you pass? Sale entry, purchase entry, you are already there. First bill is written. Bills receivable account debit. To drawee. He will write entry drawer to BP. Now he gets the bill discounted from the bank before the due date. Then entry will be bank account debit. Discounting charges debit to bills receivable. Bank discount PR. This entry will not be passed by drawee. Then on maturity, the amount will be paid by drawee. Bills receivable account debit to bank. Since he has already taken the amount from bank, then cash to PR will not be here. Bank discount to BR and BP to bank. Is it clear? I hope this much is clear to you. Right? I hope this much is clear to you. Now third case. Then bill is endorsed. So what is endorsement? Suppose B has to pay money to A, but A has to pay same amount to C. A can give that bill to C. Now B can pay directly to C. Is it clear? That's called endorsement. Means B ने पैसे देने हैं A को, A ने सेम अमाउंट देना है C को. तो A ने बिल में लिख दिया that yes B, you pay the amount to C directly. That is called endorsement. drawer and drawee. A और B में जो रिलेशनशिप है that is drawer and drawee. But relationship between A and C is endorser and NOC. Endorser and NOC. Now first entry you already know. Bills receivable debit to drawing. Draw debit to bills payable. BR to drawing. Draw to BP. Endorsing has nothing to do with that. Now I endorse that bill to endorsing. Entry will be endorsing to BR. Drawing has nothing to do with that. Endorsing to write an entry. BR endorser. He has given, he has received BR to endorser. Now on maturity, the amount will be paid not to him. He will pay the amount. This given to cash or bank. He will write the entry. Cash or bank debit. To this. Cash or bank debit to BR. Now that is the entries in the books of endorser, endorsee, drawing, bill लिखने की entry, endorsement की amount received, because amount is not received by A now, it will be received by C. The cash to BR only entry, earlier it was done by drawer, but now it was done by endorsee. Is it right? Right? Last is bill sent for collection. In this, drawer gives the bill to the bank and does not take the amount before the due date. He takes the amount, he will get the amount of credit in his account only. Right? This entry will be same. The next entry will be when bill is sent for bank for collection. The entry will be bill sent for collection to BR. Right? Then amount will be received on maturity. Bank debit to bill sent for collection. Now he will pass the entry BP to bank only. BP to bank. So these are the cases of bills of exchange. 4 cases. This much we have to do today. Thank you.